Suddenly,
nipples have been there from the beginning.
it might be a good thing.
It's crazy.
I don't really necessarily...
How?
That doesn't matter.
That means she went deeper than anyone ever has.
That's not my thing.
We are edgy lines, we break the mold. Not normal, not for normal, there's never control. Countless stars in our rebel skies. We blaze our trails, we cut off ties.
Anyway, going back to the pet peeves. What pet peeve do you have at the gym?
At the gym, okay, one, like when I'm working out and then suddenly a guy does like, he takes off his shirt. I'm like, I mean, nothing.
Isn't that a good thing? I thought girls would like
if
that.
he looks really hot, it might be a good thing. But
wait, so usually when guys take off their shirts, they're not out of shape though. They're usually in shape.
not necessarily.
Okay, so like
but
the most
even
recent
if
time
he's
it
in
happened,
shape,
did the person have a good body or not? Like, did they have a
not
six
my
pack?
type. Not my type. And actually,
Oh,
that
but they
one
had
guy,
a good body or not?
I'm pretty sure he's gay. So not for me, obviously. It's not gonna work, right? But even if he is straight, like that doesn't matter. But the thing is,
Hey, who knows? If you got game, you might flip the coin.
anyway, if I'm working out, right? I don't really necessarily want to see
Once
a
they
nipple
go
in
Victoria,
front of
they
me.
never come back.
Huh?
Once they go Victoria, they go back.
They go back.
Yeah, they go from being.
I'm not here to convert anyone. That's not my thing.
Don't you want to take people to God?
They could be to God. If
Why
you're
can't you
gay.
take them from a different path to the right path?
No. I'd rather go for a straight man that is already straight. I don't have to take him there, you know?
Hey, we know at least one person, a lovely lady that was able to help
Yeah.
a young man, find the straight path.
I don't know how she did it.
It's
He
called
was-
love.
He had a boyfriend, everything. And she made him fall in love with her. And he wasn't like bisexual. He was just gay. Straight up guys, And then he's like, let me marry this. And she was Catholic too, right? Or Protestant? No,
Yeah,
she was
I think
Catholic.
she's Christian. I don't know what denomination
I
that
think
was.
like she married him. They have a kid today.
That means she went deeper than anyone ever has. True love, guys. True love.
We don't have to think about it that way.
That's what they say. True love conquers all. This is a great statement.
Okay.
Anyway, going back.
Okay. So yeah, that's it. Oh, the nipple and also
The nipple.
yeah, like I don't want to see nipples when I'm working out.
Why, is there something about nipples that you have ADD towards nipples? You pay attention
No, it's
to
just
it?
kind of like I'm just thinking of my workout and then suddenly boom, a nipple. Like, oh,
What kind of
I wasn't
nipples do you like? Do
necessarily
you like
looking
hairy
for that.
nipples or bald nipples or big nipples, little nipples? What kind of nipples do you usually like? What are your
Like?
type? You don't like nipples? Nipples are like as ancient as time. Nipples have been there from the beginning. From the first man, Adam, the woman, Eve, there were nipples. You don't have a nipple type?
the nipple I like is my future husband's nipple. That's it.
What if he has no nipples?
Then that's the one I like.
So you're going to like a no nipple man.
If he's my husband, I'm
You
gonna
know
love
what they
him.
call a no nipple man in America?
A no nipple man.
I don't know. I was just like I don't know. I like me some nipples. I don't know. What you're
Let's
talking
move. I don't want to talk about that. What the heck? What is wrong with you, man? Gosh.
about. Anyway, going back to the topic.
Yeah. So
The
I
guy
don't
took
like
off his
seeing
shirt. You
that.
saw some.
Also, when they're like growling at the gym,
Oh, you mean groaning?
growling.
Ah.
Yeah. So some people they're like, like it really sound. They are so loud, and then when you see the weight that they're using, it's like 2 pounds, and you're like, damn, man, come on, you don't have to do that much of a noise.
I think
even if
that
it's
some
a
people
lot.
do it because they want attention. Because honestly, if you're super strong, you don't have to make noises like that.
You don't.
Now, if you're doing martial arts, I think that making noises possibly help you. But even then, if you're like at a gym, you shouldn't be making noises like that. You shouldn't be singing. You shouldn't be making noises like you're having sex when you're not.
Okay, let's
You shouldn't
not
be
talk
popping
about
your
this.
nipples.
V, I don't want to talk about this kind of stuff. So
What do you mean? I'm saying what they shouldn't do.
Okay, but that's too much. You're using too many strong words.
Nipples is not a strong word, man.
Are you gonna send this to your sister?
Absolutely not.
So exactly. So let's not talk about it like that.
Roger that. Okay, so yeah, the guy takes off his shirt. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
And then people making noises.
I got it. Oh my gosh.
Agora. Eu que eu sei legenda.
It's not legenda. But anyway.
Eu que eu sei.
I suddenly drop a Portuguese word. I was gonna say.
Wait. Which brings up an interesting point. When you go to sleep, do you dream in English?
English. It's weird. Most of the time, I dream in English.
When was the last time you had a dream in Portuguese?
I don't remember.
Wow, it's been a while.
I don't even remember.
Now, do
when
you
was the
really
last
think
time.
that you have a dream in English, or do you think you're just understanding it?
No, it's in English.
Oh.
Yeah, I hear the words.
Oh. Okay.
I remember my dreams very well. Do you have dreams usually, or you don't remember them?
Most of the time, I don't have dreams, or according to some people, I just don't remember them.
Yeah, because there are studies about that, and that tells you that every single time you sleep, you dream. You just don't remember your dream when you wake up, but you dream. He doesn't agree with that or believe it, but
I
it's
didn't
true.
say that, and I will not say that, but I will say that I don't remember my dreams, most of them. And when I do, it means something.
What was the last meaningful dream you had that you were like, life changing?
Last meaningful dream that I had, one of the last dreams that I had that was very meaningful was like I was on the precipice. I was right before trying to make this business deal, right? And then I had a dream, and in the dream it showed me what I should do when I negotiated, and I did that, and it actually worked.
Oh wow. Wow, interesting.
I don't know how it all works out in the end, but I truly believe that if you ask for certain wisdom or advice or help from the universe, there's more than one way that it can send you this advice or answer that you're seeking. Sometimes it comes from a fortune cookie. Sometimes it comes from a dream. Other times it comes from a random stranger. It all depends.
I don't know, because I've asked so many times. Sometimes I pray to God, like, hey, please give me a dream that is meaningful, a dream that will make me understand this problem that I'm going through. And then I go to sleep and I dream of a pig eating a watermelon and tripping in a rock, and then I wake up and then he becomes a bacon. Like, that's my dreams. It's
You had a
weird.
dream like that for real after you asked God for an answer?
Not necessarily exactly like that.
Okay. But I will say that I've had at least one moment where I asked the universe to give me an answer for a certain question that I was trying to answer, and then when I went to sleep, the dream didn't seem like it answered it. But I did realize right after I woke up that something hit me, like an idea, an inspiration hit me, and it gave me insight into what I should do. So I think that when we ask the universe for an answer or advice, you can't just expect it to come one way. Like, you have to be open that it can come more than one way. And sometimes I think it might come the way that you ask. Like, for example, how we ride Uber sometimes. One Uber driver told me that he told God, he said, God, if you're really out there, I want you to show me a sign, but it can't just be any sign. It has to be a specific sign that will be like this and this and this, so that it shows me that it's truly coming from you. And I think for him, I mean, I guess he's an exception. He was shown a sign like that. But I think for most people in most situations, you can't expect it to be like that, I think you have to be open, because the answer might come from the most random place.
Yeah, that's true. You do have to be open, because sometimes you ask and you actually are given the answer, but because you're not with your eyes open for it, you can't see it. And then you're like, oh, you never answer me. Oh, you hate me. But you just are not aware.
Dude, you just reminded me of some random thing. And it's this thing where, like, people will be like, oh man, I would like to find a girl, but I can't find her. And then a lot of times guys, for example, like that, they're walking around and they're not even paying attention. Like, they'll like be looking down.
You're looking down?
Yeah, like some people will be like, oh yeah, I never see a hot girl. It's like, because you're not looking.
Oh.
Right? You're not paying attention. Like, for all you know, the moment that you're ordering a coffee, a girl's looking at you and be like, oh, he's cute. He should say something to me. But because the guy's not aware, or maybe he's shy,
Yeah.
He's not doing nothing, or he's not being aware of it. But if you're asking the universe for something, you have to pay attention.
Yeah.
It's like that
true.
Forrest Gump thing said, you never know what you're going to get in a box of chocolates.
You
I don't
made.
know.
Oh,
Huh?
go ahead, finish.
I don't know what that has to do with what I was saying, but what?
Oh my gosh. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say there was this one sign that I got that was crazy. I was waiting for my visa to be approved. I asked my guardian angel for a sign from God to tell me like if this is really gonna work, if my visa is going to be approved or not, so I can stay in America. And I was like, please just tell me, because things happened. Wait, the police is passing.
I think the police is here to get Victoria, guys.
Come on, don't say that. Don't never say that to an immigrant, okay? This is terrifying. I'm serious. Even I'm here legally, okay? And that's still terrifying. Don't say that. Okay, moving on. I asked for a sign, and I had to take this bench outside. And when I did it, there were two benches. I took the first one, and there was a ladybug in the bench, and I was like, oh wow, ladybugs. I never seen a ladybug in this area, like here. That's weird, but it's cool, it's cute. At first I thought maybe it's a sign, but like, nah, it's okay, it's just a ladybug. I got the other bench. Also, ladybugs, they are known to be like good luck or something that is positive, like a good message. Then I got the other bench and put on top of the other one. When I looked on top of the second bench, there was what is the name of that animal that also signifies good luck and that jumps?
A dragon?
No, come on, man. Just be for real. What is it?
A rabbit?
The green one.
The green one. A frog.
A cricket. Cricket signifies good luck too. And when I put that bench there, I was like, there's a cricket and a ladybug. So I was like,
in what country does a cricket symbolize good luck?
I think everywhere. Just look it up on Google.
I never even heard of that.
The meaning of cricket, it's like really good luck for you. And I'm not trying to be superstitious here, but if you ask for a sign, God will use of anything to give you a sign, So I was like, okay, maybe that's a sign. I saw two very weird things I've never seen, these two animals that I never see here, and both of them signifies good luck for me. More time passed, and I went to my sister's house, and my sister had a book of kids, because she has kids, and in the book had pictures of animals for the whole calendar of the year. And then I was passing by the calendar, and I looked at this one date, and it had a ladybug and a cricket. It was like 3 days after, and I was like, in 3 days there's a ladybug and a cricket. Wow, if my visa is approved on this day, it's crazy. And it was approved the day of that was showing the ladybug and the cricket, and I was like, this is crazy.
All right, guys, next time you see a ladybug and a cricket, go buy a lotto.
That's not the message. But be serious. Isn't that crazy?
That's mind-blowing. But I think you have a lot of mind-blowing things happen in your life.
I did.
You're a very magical person.
We all are, actually.
You're like a magnet that attracts magic. You probably have magicians walking behind you all the time just doing tricks.
No. Anyway, we all are magical. If you are a human being, you're magical. You just have to find your magic.
As crazy as that sounds, I do believe that there's some truth to that. Do you think if there's such a thing as a God, do you think that God would waste his time making you if you're not worthwhile?
Did you have any stories like that?
You mean like stories about me finding a cricket and a rabbit?
No, it doesn't have to be that. It's not a rabbit.
Okay, you have to trigger my memory. Ask me the question so I can trigger my memory.
And a ladybug.
Okay, but anyway, ask me a question so I can trigger my memory.
Okay, do you have any situations in your life that seemed like a supernatural sign, or even if it's not a sign, just like a supernatural thing that you were like, this is crazy?
Yeah. So, there was a time not too long ago, I was supposed to like perform. I was supposed to go on stage and drop a couple bars. And so what happened was I didn't have the right clothes. And I was like, man, I need something like dope. And so I was asking that from the universe. I was like, oh man, I need something like this. I need something. And then I was driving one day. You know how people like sell stuff on the side of the street because like they're moving or they're just getting rid of stuff of their home. And so I passed by something like that, and I was like, something was telling me, go check that out. So I was like, oh, okay. And I turned the car back around, and I went over there, and I looked, and then the lady was like this old Asian lady, and she had like all these clothes on hangers, and she was selling it. And then I was going through it, and then my instinct was like, hey, keep looking. I kept looking, and at some point I came across a jacket, and which is actually, funnily enough, is like right there.
Oh, that one?
Yeah. So the jacket, and then I looked at it, I was like, yo, this is dope. And so I told the lady, I was like, hey, how much is this? And then the lady was like, $10. And
No
I was
way.
like, is this crazy? And then I was like, why are you selling it for so cheap? And then she said, I bought it for my son, but he didn't like it.
No way.
You know how much that jacket was brand new. From what I remember, it still had a sticker on it, and the sticker said that it normally would cost at least $85.
Damn,
I got it for
you
10.
Got it for 10.
And I
That's
still have it
crazy.
till this day. I even got something stitched on the back, and it's like one of a kind. I don't think I've ever seen somebody with the same jacket.
Wow, that's cool.
And this actually is probably one of the best quality pieces of clothing that I've ever had, because like it's lasted for so long and it's still in great quality. People compliment me when I have it. It's crazy. And for me, one of the things that I think about is like, sometimes the most beautiful things don't make sense. Like, how did I find that jacket? How did I get it for $10? How did some other motherfucker not like it so that I could have it?
And you got that instinct to go in that specific place to search for it too.
Yeah, a part of me thinks that it was possibly my guardian angel. My guardian angel guiding me. This is not the first and only time that I was able to find something like that. Like, it's happened more than once.
Oh, wow.
And I really believe that if you're open to it and you ask for it and you're aware, of course, you have to be aware, you might just surprise yourself. But anyway, guys, if you want her to talk about Padre Pio, Mr. Padre Pio, and all his magicalness, leave the comments so we can dive deeper. If you don't like that kind of stuff, let us know. If there's anything else you would like us to talk about, feel free to chime in the comment section. Victoria, what do you have to say?
That's it, guys. He said it all.
All right, do your bye-bye.
Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.